Hello and welcome to another bit of daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Friday the 12th of January 2024, the year of 1 million transactions per second or more. BuyBSV.live was the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online, the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Here we go. Right, so somebody's just pointed this out to me and it sounds like a fantastic article here written by John Southhurst. So I'm chomping at the bit to go through it. So I thought, you know what, I'll do a show and I will read it out as we're going through it and discuss it. So let's crack on then. So tech, new Teranode features to push BSV blockchain's capabilities beyond the limits. Alright, sounds juicy, so let's see what it says. It's time for the BSV blockchain to start taking on giants like Visa, as in like Nasdaq V, and MasterCard, also listed on Nasdaq. The Teranode development team today announced new design features that will give a major boost to the network's efficiency and speed, pushing BSV's capabilities to 1 million transactions per second and far beyond. The announcements from protocol custodian BSV Blockchain Association reveal a more service-orientated approach to the way the network works. The new features include modularization, functions like transaction and block validation, and block assembly into services that run only when required. Additionally, individual transactions in each block will be segmented into subtree branches of transactions that can be shared around the network for nodes to inspect, even while the block is still being mined. Teranode, due to being an initial 6 months sustained test this month, is a major upgrade for the Bitcoin nodeware software. Oh, that sounds awesome. Due to being an initial 6 months sustained test this month. For 6 months. Wow. Is a major upgrade for the Bitcoin node software. It's a ground-up rewrite of BSV blockchain's architecture, designed to scale horizontally and provide new microservices for developers, applications and users, while still following all the fundamental rules Satoshi Nakamoto set for Bitcoin 15 years ago. The Teranode upgrade is critical for BSV blockchain to scale unboundedly. Oh, they've got that UBSV. Nice one. And become even faster and cheaper for everyone to use. There is little, if any, competition to equal Teranode in the wider blockchain world. The Bitcoin protocol has proven its reliability now for 15 years, and unbounded BSV allows it to challenge not only the world's major payment networks, but the entire internet and rapidly expanding digital economy. Teranode microservices and subtree share BSV's workarounds. The true beauty of these modularized services and transaction subtrees is in their ability to work together. Machines on the network can perform different tasks concurrently rather than in a series of steps. This horizontal approach to scaling means the larger the network grows, i.e. more hash power applied to processing data, the more efficient it becomes. There are at least 14 microservices in Teranode that each handle different network and validation functions. The list includes node services like propagation and transaction validation, block assembly and block validation. Overlay services include a legacy P2P network bridge, a peer service, an unspent transaction output lookup service, banned lists and transaction submissions. A message broker takes care of communication between services, and a transaction status store tracks the status and other metadata of transactions within the system. Sounds awesome. What's this? Propagation services, transaction storage services, transaction validation service. All right. Block assembly service, blockchain service, block validation service, public endpoint service. All right, I'll have to look into this. All the different microservices together with their transactions that make up the UBSV node. That's what they are. Teranode's new architecture means that if one service comes under heavy load, transaction processors can apply additional computing resources to support the particular service, separate to any other service running on the same node. 4 services. Transaction propagation service handles the receipt and forwarding of transactions for validation and distribution to other nodes. Transaction validator validates each transaction against network rules and updates their status in the system. Block assembly service, responsible for creating subtrees and preparing block templates for mining. Miner stroke hasher, tasks with solving the proof of work for blocks, a crucial part of the mining process. Subtree and block validator plays a pivotal role in confirming the integrity and validity of both subtrees and blocks. Blockchain service manages the addition of new blocks to the blockchain and maintains the blockchain database. Asset service serves as a gateway to various data elements, facilitating interactions with transactions, UTXOs, etc. Coinbase service monitors and manages Coinbase transactions, playing a key role in mine and reward distribution. Bootstrap assists new nodes with integrating into unbounded BSV network by discovering peers. And peer-to-peer legacy service ensures compatibility and communication between legacy Bitcoin nodes and unbounded BSV nodes. And the unspent transaction output store focuses on tracking all spendable unspent transaction outputs, essential for validating new transactions. Transaction metastore manages transaction metadata, which is crucial for various validations and assembly processes. Ban list service maintains a list of banned entities, safeguarding the network against malicious actors. The unbounded BSV architecture revolutionizes Bitcoin scalability through a combination of unbounded block size, innovative data modules such as subtrees, and a modular node system. This is from BSV Blockchain Association. Subtrees mean transactions can be pre-approved, making validation much quicker and closer to real time, including only the transaction ID in a subtree batch is a lightweight approach that assumes network nodes already have the full transaction data once a transaction is created and broadcast. Nodes can confirm they're aware of all relevant transactions without needing to rebroadcast the same data repeatedly. Instead of waiting for a transaction to be approved 10 minutes after it's confirmed by miners, the current way Bitcoin functions, senders and receipts can be confident their transaction will clear within seconds. This is a huge improvement in speed and security and addresses one of the key criticisms directed at Bitcoin and blockchain, that waiting for transaction validation makes the network too slow to function as a realistic digital payment system. 3 node workflow. Transaction submission looks like is managed via a dedicated submission service, ensuring efficient entry of transactions into the network. Transaction validation, conducted by the Transaction Validation Service, which rigorously checks transactions' compliance with network rules. Subtree assembly involves organizing validated transactions into subtrees, a critical step for efficient block assembly. Block assembly focuses on compiling subtrees into block templates, which are then used for mining. And block validation ensures each block adheres to the network's consensus rules, maintaining blockchain integrity. The unbounded BSV network behavior is characterized by its proactive approach, with nodes broadcasting and validating subtrees regularly, leading to expedited block validation and higher transaction throughput. Unbounded BSV is now the only answer for digital economy. That's true. So unbounded BSV, or UBSV, can scale to any size needed while maintaining speed and the lowest possible fees for using the network. This contrasts to the artificially limited network known as BTC, which limits transaction block sizes to 1 megabyte each. Despite media and social hype claiming BTC is a money of the future, the network cannot actually be used as money since it can only process 3 to 7 transactions per second in total. This artificial limitation has created high fees and long waits and stunted innovation that might well have allowed BTC to scale at all. Even if BTC were to suddenly increase block size, its network software could not deal with the millions of transactions per second. That's very true. It's screwed. So feature transactions, Bitcoin, standard Bitcoin transaction model. Unbounded BSV adopts an extended format with extra metadata, improving processing efficiency. Subtrees So not used in Bitcoin, but unbounded BSV, a novel concept in unbounded BSV, serving as an intermediary for holding transaction IDs and their Merkle roots. Each subtree contains 1 million transactions. Subtrees are broadcast every second, broadcast frequently for faster and continuous data propagation. Blocks, as Bitcoin transactions are grouped into blocks. Direct transaction data is stored in the block. Each block is linked to the previous one by a cryptographic hash, forming a secure chronological chain. So in unbounded BSV, different from traditional Bitcoin blocks by containing subtree identifiers instead of direct transaction data, streamlining validation process. Block size originally capped at 1 megabyte. It wasn't actually. That wasn't originally capped at all. That was actually installed, I think it was the 15th of June 2010. Yeah, oh well. And unbounded BSV, current BSV expands to 4 gigabytes, increasing transaction capacity. Unbounded BSV removes size limit, enables limitless transactions per block. And processes transactions per second, 3.37 transactions per second. And UBV guarantees a minimum of 1 million transactions per second. This is more than 1,000 times faster than BTC. Oh, great. So that's the advantages of the UBSV model. And the digital economy is insatiable for data and requires a network that can process it all quickly while keeping it secure. The BSV blockchain is simultaneously a global digital payments network and one that can handle every volume of additional data, from rudimentary IoT services to enterprise and government tier contracts. Beautiful. Beautiful. In fact, I might watch that video right now. Awesome. There we go. 11-minute show. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. And as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.